Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll try the right side. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we should talk about with footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
And it's tough on the defense, though. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Got his man on the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Going up top on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia! They're on the board first here in the season opener. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. You want to talk about starting the game and starting the season with a great moment? That's the way to do it.
Starting in style. What do you think about all offseason? Making big plays, scoring touchdowns, winning games? How about that? You want to build a dynasty? Do it week 1 and get that dub, get in the end zone.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Give to the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man enough for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Finds the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yard.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The Tigers have their offense in high gear.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking for room. It's Thorne. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw. It's quick. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Final play of the quarter coming. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. On target. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Dogs moving quickly to the line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Now on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the offense. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Bulldogs line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this hand.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on fourth down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He'll throw it, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback checking off. To the air. It's quick. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thorne. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He's going to run it. At the 15, he's loose. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's quick. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down. The Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. At the 35, he's open. Off he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's quick. Back open in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here tonight.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Wants to throw on second down. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Handoff to the single back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He looks that one in nicely. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Dogs want to crank the tempo.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third.
He'll take a deep shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Dogs! And that one will give him the lead. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the returner is stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Looking for a man. It's quick. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Snags it on the right.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy, so no question here in the second half. They're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one fell incomplete.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Feeling some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to pass. It's quick. Lofts one high and deep. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter.
Georgia, 14, Clemson, 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Defense playing a bail technique. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Breaks it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
All right, gave up the big play defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
It just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Takes a handoff. It's Thorne. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's first and 10 again. Quarterback checking the play. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw. It's quick. They've got the screen set up. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Clemson is quick to the line.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're trying to get to him. Firing to the right, complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's